tell everyone again where they can find you all.
Sure, it's on all 3 of our Instagrams. We can share that either in Slack or here, but we're doing like mind, body, belly vibes. So it's all like self-care, mental health awareness month, because each of us have our own little niche. So like I'm yoga and somatic therapy, so like body work, and then Nichole is a confidence coach, so we're thinking about the mind, and then Amanda is a nutritionist, dietitian, so the belly. So like ways that like self-care lends itself to either all those pieces. And it's happening right now. Yesterday was day 1, so you could still join if you wanted to join. Yesterday was get grounded, get outside. So just posting a picture of yourself outside. And then today is spark joy. So yeah, we can share some of the graphics in the chat if we haven't already. Yep, there you go. Thanks, Nichole.
Yeah, those are our Instagram. And then the hashtag is mind, body, belly vibes. But on all of our Instagrams explain the rules and everything. So
yeah,
awesome. All right, ladies, who wants to kick us off? Who has a celebration?
I guess I can jump in also because I missed last week because I was literally exhausted. But I've been slowly starting to take like client consultations. So like for reference, if you've not heard me speak yet in this group, I'm still just getting started off with my business, but I've been teaching yoga for like 6-7 years. So starting out more as a coach, and been putting myself out there and been getting like a few trickling in of like random people, clients, not just my friends and family. So that's been nice. But ironically, I hear Nichole's story from like 2 or 3 weeks ago in my head where you were talking about, I want to work with women and I'm getting men. And I've had 2 men already of my like 3 or 4 like new people, but they're not like weirdos. They're like real, like they're genuine, which has been nice. But the one client that I think that I may have actually booked out of the 4 of them is one of the men. And so that's a win though, because I'm like, cool, I could still like get experience working with somebody. But ironically, he found me from a blog post that I wrote like over 4 years ago about high vibrational living when I was trying to like brand myself high vibe health. And I'm like, since now that I'm finally moving away from that, that's how he found me, which is like really funny. And he wants health coaching, not necessarily somatic work. But I'm right now, like, I know this, but I haven't done it yet. I'm trying to figure out like, what is my signature program? Because I have all the 3 of these pieces that I offer with yoga, well, probably more than 3, yoga, meditation, health coaching, and lifestyle coaching, but then also this somatic healing therapy that I'm really excited about. So that's really what I want to offer. But a lot of people don't even really know what that is. So how do I package this and obviously like make it a higher ticket? Because some of the clients that I've like done the consults with, they ask me what my prices are, and I'm like, oh shit, like I'm not there yet. So I like put something together and I think I'm lowballing myself. So I just kind of want to hear about the process of like putting together signature programming and pricing. I have a hard time, like an energetic block around valuing myself and pricing myself as high as I should be, because I'm like, I don't have the experience yet. I should probably only charge like, you know, like $125, $150 for like one session and like leave that alone. And I know that like that's not sustainable and I would rather package it. So help.
She's in the right place, isn't she, Meg? So, okay, first and foremost, yeah. Can we celebrate this client? High five!
Yay. He hasn't paid yet, but I have a follow-up with him tonight, and he's like, I'm definitely down to like start with 150, and because I gave him different options of like, we can do health coaching, we can do this, we can do that, we can kind of curate something. And he's like, I don't know which to pick. I want to leave that up to you. So it's like that even reaffirms to me, I need to just do this for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that part, like when they come to you, they almost don't want to have to think, right? They want like, here's my problem. What do I need to do to fix it?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can like basically repeat to him what he's going through and say, hey, that's all the things that we're going to fix. It doesn't really matter, all the specifics of what your package will be, as long as it's hitting on his pain points,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
So, Maria, remind us what your role is on the corporate side. Human resources?
Recruiting, actually, yeah. So I'm a recruiting coordinator for Snapchat. And so I'm also working like 40 hours from home, very busy,
Wow.
because Snap's very much still hiring. So I have all of this going on in the background, and I'm teaching 3 classes a week on Zoom, 2 yoga, 1 meditation. A pretty decent following with that because it came from my in-person classes, and they're following me online mostly. And then also just like, yeah, trying to build the online shit piece of it, like just transition to my website to like a completely new platform. So yeah, I've got a lot going on. I got a lot of like irons in the fire or whatever, as they say. And so struggling with, I know I need to build the programming, but I also like from there need to know like, where should I be spending my time? Because I have very little of it left, but I like want to use that energy and like be focusing on the right things.
Yeah. So action creates traction. So you're in this beautiful vortex of creation and action right now, which is a really good thing. What were you doing before Snapchat? I'm curious.
For 6 months before Snapchat, I was at Thrive Market. It was just like, that was my first corporate job, and I was in their like customer service sector, and which was funny because I started off answering phones, and then I ended up leading like as a community manager for their private VIP Facebook group. So it was like managing their wellness stuff for them there. But before that, I was a professional singer, dancer, performer in entertainment for like 10 years. So that's like was always my primary thing. So like this is a new start for me. And it's been a slow burn, but I love it. So I bring a lot of pieces.
You do. Yeah. Very cool. So in the Snapchat role, so your piece of what you do there, how much has that impacted their bottom line? So by you recruiting these people, what would you say if you could put a figure on that? What does that look like?
I honestly have no idea. I know that like I schedule the interviews, I don't find the people. So like I'm kind of like the grunt work for now. I hate saying that about myself, but like that's what I'm doing. Like I get a ticket and I do the thing. So I don't know. I'm sure that I'm definitely benefiting Snap like crazy because we're bringing in tons of these candidates and we're hiring them. And I approve these offers, so I see what we're paying them. So there must be an even bigger like benefit to Snap to be paying these people this much money. Like Snap, I can't understand how we have that much money to pay people and we're not a profitable company. But I don't know what the bottom line that I bring in for them is, to be honest. I don't know how to answer that.
Would it be fair to say that you probably are involved in the mobilization of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So you have this 10-year experience in the entertainment world. You've worked on some big brands where you're involved in this process, in the mobilization of significant, like this is significant dollars and talent. You've taught yoga for 6 years. So you have, I don't know how many hours, like 20,000 plus hours of yoga experience, if not more. I mean, that's an estimate. And So do you see how when you stop and look at where you are currently, like in this space, in this new territory of coaching, do you see how coaching isn't really a title? It's more so a tool in your greater toolkit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I think what you're probably getting at is like my life experience like adds to the experience of coaching, not just having the experience of being a coach.
You've been coaching for a decade plus.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, sure.
So when you think about your signature process, what is really exciting for you? What can't you wait to teach or to take someone through?
For me, it's the somatic bodywork piece. So that's the piece that I'm currently like in my certification for, but that's the piece that I see like almost like instant changes for the people that I have been able to lead through, both just like when I'm practicing with people in my cohort or just, you know, my friends are these new clients. And it's sort of this like beautiful gift that like they don't even know that they're asking for. And so that's what I love to offer. But like I mentioned earlier, like this, even this client was like, I don't know so much about that. And then we did it in the consultation and it was great. And he's, you know, basically like Meg was saying, like they want their end goal. Like they don't necessarily care how they get it. So if I had my way, I would be primarily doing the somatic work because I recognize that it like heals the blockages that like prevent people from getting the other things like quitting smoking or eating better or whatever.
So I want to create some context around this for you. When I started my business, I knew that my women who were business owners and entrepreneurs really needed to double down on their mindset work and their beliefs and where they were energetically. That's kind of the key to unlock your ability to be able to create and attract more clients. To my clients, however, all they care about is creating and enrolling more clients. So that means that I need to speak directly to that in everything that I do. If I say, hey, come work with me and I'm going to give you some fresh mindset skills, they're going to look at me like, I don't need that. Now, I'm the expert at what I do. I know that's exactly one of the biggest things that they need. They just really want to work with more people and make more money. So they don't have to lie awake every night and worry about where their money's going to come from and where the clients are going to come from. They're so sick and tired of that. You give people what they want up front and you back it with the stuff they really need. That's what creates results.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that end result that your ideal client wants more than anything?
That's the piece maybe I need to flesh out a little bit more, because I started to go there a little bit with one of the freebies that I recently made, and I did decide just to make it free. Was the somatic tools to like for confidence on camera. So we basically just did somatic work, but I labeled it as, you know, for confidence and in like and feeling embodied on camera, so that you can connect with your clients in like an authentic genuine way. But it was really just like a back end was just somatic work. But I don't know that that's exactly what I want to do. Like, I never really saw myself as my ideal client is also a coach. And I know that like there's so many people that is the case for them. And I never really saw it like that. For reference, my ideal client, that my heart wants to reach out to are women that are healing from like the Me Too movement type assault. And to like heal their like whole life. And I think maybe that is too broad, but so maybe I need to pick like pieces of what parts of their life need healing, and then use the tools, and then consequently the rest of it will also work out. But that freebie was focusing on like career or going online in whatever way that means for them. So yeah, I hear you. It's hard to pick.
You might not have to.
Okay.
So we're often our best client.
Yeah,
I know
I
that.
frame it around myself.
So are you able to think back before you found the healing work and all the tools that you now use that at one point helped you to heal the trauma and unlock all the magic and abundance that you now experience, are able to thrive in your life? What was that thing? What was that thing that almost pained you when you thought about it, that you wanted more than anything? Can you think back to what that was?
I mean, I feel like it shifted so much. Like in the beginning, it was more like I need to be able to sleep because like I have so much anxiety. So it was like a literal like mental wellness, mental health issue. It was like I'd lost my job about it, and so I was trying to like get on a new career path. So like in transition of like seeking a new career potentially. And it also impacted like relationships. So wanting to find a way to get well to then be able to like start over with that. And then it also consequently got like my body and my physical health like really in check because of what I was doing. So there were a few avenues.
And all of that is interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when one spoke of a wheel is off, the rest of the wheel is off.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Why don't we create some space for you right now to just kind of sit with all of that?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you get something as we continue to talk with the other ladies, just come back and we'll look at it some more.
Sure.
Is that helpful?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Let's see. Tami, Adele. Hey, ladies. Thanks for joining. Who would like to go next?
Okay, I'll go. This is Adele. Hey.
Hey.
Sorry to not have my picture. It's very late here, so I'm like in my pajamas and listening from bed.
I love this picture of you. I've never seen this
Thank
before.
you. My Bali picture.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. What can we celebrate with you? There's been so much happening in your world.
I know, it's very true. Celebrate. Yeah, quite a bit. I finished the worst project I ever took on last week. So that was like a really big learning experience, and I'm very happy to be done. It was like 6 months. And yeah, I took a part-time gig, 10 hours a week with a platform that's really aligned with my course building stuff. So I feel pretty excited about that and started this week. So So that's really exciting. And I'm very close to launching my full course platform. We're like a little bit behind schedule, but everything's progressing. So I feel like it's still worth celebrating.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what can we support you with tonight?
Well, which I should have thought about this a bit more, but I get a little loopy at night. It's like 10:30. I think I'm just like, I was very careful with taking this new, even at 10 hours a week, like position, just to not be divergent with everything I'm doing. And I feel like it's very aligned. Like she's a couple months ahead of me with the course sales, and essentially like I get access to her digital marketing platform, and I'm doing branding consulting within her business. So I feel like it just is this great opportunity to kind of learn exactly what I'm working more on, which is the online marketing piece. But yeah, maybe just trying to, I kind of like, I'm finishing up also teaching university. So it's a really big month. Like I'm still busy is what I'm trying to say. So like, I'm clear about my priorities, but maybe just, yeah, I don't know if anybody has suggestions on like how they segment their days and their week, because essentially what happens is like, I have a design agency, and any operational things in my team can kind of start taking my attention. And so marketing can sometimes go to the back end of the day or get pushed to the next day. So yeah, I'm just trying to come up with like a schedule or something around how to structure this next month moving into the rest of the year, and how I balance all of these pieces. Like I'm doing a lot of content creation. Yeah, I don't know if that's a great question. Or maybe it's also a question of like, what is the first thing that should come off my plate? Because the course platform is really different than my design agency. So I'm starting to see like, maybe I need to hire a VA or a PA or tech support or like a client concierge person. So I guess I'm thinking about all of those things too. Cause everything's moving really quickly. And, as you know, there's like all these, when you're building a course platform, there's just so much content to generate. So, I really need to be focused on the courses and then marketing, but there's also just like upkeep, there's social media, there's Facebook ads. So it's kind of a lot.
So what would you like to have happen in this coming month? If you were to have all the pieces sorted, what would that look like for you?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why I took this position, because I feel like it relates. Is she brought me on, and she's like, my goal is to give you part-time work at full-time pay. And I was like, I love that mentality. And me as like a person rolling into it, she's paying me well. And I was like, this is so aligned, and she's paying me well. I was like, I want to adopt more of that mentality, when I bring people on. But what I've also seen with her is she's grown very quickly, and it's still a volatile business. Like it's very much a startup, and in 6 months, who knows where they're at. But I like that she's just been like super courageous in hiring people, and being really clear that she wants to pay everybody well. So I think it's a good model for me to be like, maybe I roll aggressively into getting the right support with the course platform. So that I'm not, the whole idea of the courses is I'm not working all the time. So like I can consume my time, as you know, with just working. So I'd like to kind of do it differently. So, and I guess ideally I would bring someone on. I don't know exactly who that is. But as you know, I have very good luck with my team. And I have 2 interns that came to us effortlessly this month, like unpaid. They're just like workhorses. They're awesome. They love me. So I think the team side of my businesses always do really well. So yeah, it's just figuring out. I like to, you know how I do it. I like to bring people into my team, and we do weekly meetings, and I want them to be part of the culture. I don't really like hiring off of Upwork and not having a relationship with them. And I think that's the value they get from it too, is they feel really seen and supported by me. So yeah, I guess in a month I would love to have social media support, at the least, like helping to get social media stuff out there, but that could be like VA, PA. I hate, like, for example, I just hate like some technical stuff I have to deal with in all my businesses that I know how to do, but I just hate it, you know? And I was like, God, it'd be amazing to have someone just to be like, figure that out.
So it sounds like you need to bring another person on to do that.
It makes me sweaty because my payroll is already not small in Live Large Design. So yeah, I guess I'm just trying to be strategic. I have a friend who does social media, and we were looking at maybe doing a month like kind of trade because she needs some web work. So that could be a solution. Yeah, I don't really like, I just started at this other position, but I'm curious how she did it. Like, I mean, I think what most people do with courses is they pre-sell the courses, which we're doing too. So I could be sitting here in 2 weeks with like 20 seats in my course sold, which would be, you know, I can hire out whatever I need in that case, you know? So it's kind of like chicken before the egg though, with just figuring out what support to get and what time frame, I guess.
So this is your business. You can do it any way you want. There's so many ways to get creative with this. The scenario of kind of doing a trade, you're actually doing what you're not wanting to do ultimately, because you're just going to gain another thing to have to do, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So is it that there's another intern that is really looking to get experience and to work, you know, work in a culture like yours? Is that another option? Is there a different type of, you know, payment system that you can negotiate? Is it based on output or value that's created?
Yeah. I don't really know. I mean, the hard thing with like, I don't know if this is a hard thing, but like, you know, with things like Facebook ads, I think you really need someone that you're like clear is getting the right numbers, or, you know, I think it'd be an easy position to put somebody in and they're just making stuff exist, you know? And then, yeah, when it comes to social media too, I'm like, man, I really want, you know me, I really want someone who's like aligned with my brand. So I think that's where I sometimes get stuck at.
Totally. So you're needing an ads person potentially?
Yeah, I would love to not do Facebook ads. I have a good friend of mine's like a Facebook ads expert, so I'm taking his course. But yeah, I mean, this is like the first thing I would take off my plate if I found someone that I was like, yes, you will do the ads correctly. From my understanding, like that would be a fairly high paid position then, you know. I think it's a bit like SEO, like you can do it well, but there's tons of people who just like do it, you know, like, and spend your money. So I don't know if it's like, what I've done always in my businesses is learned the skill so I can manage it, you know? So that's kind of my approach with Facebook's ads is like, well, I mean, I'm the one usually creating the content too. So like, cause I'm a creative. So it's nice for me to have some understanding of it. One of the interns is multimedia, and he is helping us with the YouTube side of stuff, like putting together like a YouTube, content calendar and campaign. So I feel good about that. But yeah, I don't know exactly about the Facebook ads thing. And I guess probably because I'm giving them ad spend money, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just that I'm paying them, I'm also giving them money, you know, and to spend.
So with that, is there a way to very clearly set the terms up front that like, look, hey, I don't have money to pay you, but here's what I'm willing to do. Let's say we put $1,000 a month into Facebook ads, and you're able to get us, you know, we earn 10 or 15,000 back on that ad spend that month. Here's the percentage that I will give you.
Totally. I mean,
that way.
Yeah.
And
well, and
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just was curious, like, where you guys find these people, and maybe because I come at it from like the design development world, like I don't know. Every time I think about I need to evolve how I bring on people. The interns have always worked because I can bring them into my culture and ensure that they're a good fit. But the idea of like posting an ad, and I think because I've been in this culture of Bali for so long, where I'm sorry, and this sounds like very rude, but everybody's faking it, you know, and it's not everybody, but it's just, you know, people outwardly are trying to say they're giving these types of results, and you can see through it pretty easily. So I'm like, where do you find the people who are going to just be real and not waste my time?
Yeah. Yeah. So I will offer you something. And then Meg, if you have anything to add, I would, you know, go for it. So with a position like this, I believe it's crucial for that to be a referral based thing, unless if there's someone that you've been hearing about that is like a true industry, you know, leader. But I, for instance, have a group of it's a high level cohort group. So anyone that is being recommended inside this space, I know that I can 100% trust. And this is where I found people of my own. So if you have a space like that, I would turn to that. I'm happy to drop into this group, my own group, and ask for Facebook ads, people to share with you. But with something as, you know, I totally get what you mean. There's so many people out there that are claiming that they can do ads really well. And it honestly comes down to it being such an art. Meg, do you have any other ideas or tips around this?
I totally agree with what Steph said. I've also had the experience of hiring some not so good ads people. So I think it's great that you're going through the course yourself so that you can, you know, like take a look inside and see, okay, does this person know what they're doing? But yeah, I think referrals, like if you can reach out just to your own, you know, community of other people that you're connected with, even if it's just on your Facebook page, sometimes that's like, I find the best way to find good people, because you can, you know.
Well, I'm a little inundated with like Bali, you know, fresh out of the gate digital nomads. So like, I feel like it's not to say that I couldn't attract the right person. I am thinking though, as we're talking, like what I need is just more hierarchy in all my businesses. So I always work on that, but like, I probably need someone who's like social media management, or, you know what I mean? Who's going to roll in and look at the big picture. So I don't know what you call that.
Honestly, you probably need an OBM. Just like a business manager to run and really, really kind of get you out of the weeds of a lot of those things. But that's a significant salary. So, you know, really looking at investing in the ad spend and getting that working. So you're getting these, you know, fresh leads regularly and getting those sales. That's probably the quickest way to up your revenue, so you can then put that money back into a more, you know, substantial person that can kind of have eyes on all of that for you. So what I'll do, if you're cool, I'm happy to put it in this group that I trust and where I've gotten amazing people out of, and just see if anyone comes up, and I'd be happy to share that with you.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I have this feeling like with Live Large Design, I was always careful with growing too quickly, and I was right with that perspective. But with Live Large Tribe, I think timeliness is really important. So I'm willing to be like, you know, learn Facebook ads for a month, but I'm like, I don't know. I just think we need to like grow quickly to a point of like creating reliability with our like customer acquisition and, you know, how we're bringing people into our pipeline. So yeah, I'd like to like spend a month, do it myself if I have to, get cash flow up, and then put somebody in that position so we can create consistency with it, you know? So I'm not sitting for months in that like tumultuous place, I guess.
And Live Large Tribe is a completely different business model than Live Large Design. So, you know, you're reaching, this is more about like mass over it's like greater reach, whereas the initial business was more one-on-ones. It was smaller in scope, that type of thing. So this will require a different strategy. Does that make sense?
Oh, it's totally different. Yeah. And I think finally, like probably all the, whatever resistance you've had with me over the past year was with Live Large Design and not wanting to grow it in like an unruly way. Whereas Live Large Tribe, it can like, there's no cap, you know? So that's why I'm putting my energy into that. And then we're just bumping up our prices in Live Large Design. I'll just do $5,000 to $10,000 packages and not care whether, you know, we have
At
consistent
minimum.
work over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I will get you that information.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations. So much good stuff. All righty. Who's next?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
I don't have a lot to contribute today because I'm kind of just in hustle mode, but I wanted to chime in because there was a whole lot of silence. I think I told you, I can't remember if I told you last week or not, that I totally missed I set the wrong day for my podcast interview. It's actually next month. I thought it was last Wednesday. And then I was like, oh no, it's June 10th. So I've got some more time to worry about that. But state of affairs. I finished, Jen was kind of one of my test cases for my digital design. And we finished her living room. I think we're in a very good place. And I know that she was very, very happy with it. So I'm going to work with her to gather a testimonial. And it was a really fun process. I really enjoyed it. I did put up something on Instagram and Facebook for a free consultation. If you send me an image, let's jump on a Zoom call. I haven't gotten any traction, but that's okay. And I know we had talked about this last week, but maybe social media marketing, maybe need a little bit more direction on what are the avenues that I should use to try and capture people and get them to try my time, try my product through my time. And I'm still working on editing my video, but I feel confident that I've got some like decent ad copy. So I was able to at least put that out there, but I only put it out there once and I don't know if I'm supposed to do it repeatedly. Not really sure how this all works.
So that thing that you put out once, you're going to do it every day for the next 7 days.
Okay.
You can change up the copy a bit if you want, but essentially the same thing.
Okay. And is Facebook and Instagram seem like the best places? Oh, I didn't do LinkedIn. I should maybe do LinkedIn too.
Where do you want to be?
Well, I feel like I have a pretty large following on LinkedIn. Just as an interior person and a visual person. So, and I think that there's a lot of professionals probably working from home. So I think that's probably a good place. Thanks for asking the question. I think I answered it. Facebook, I don't have that many followers, and Instagram, I have more personal followers than I do business followers. So I don't know if it's right for me to put that stuff up on my personal page. I don't really know how
It's
that all
right.
works.
It's right if it's right for you. Here's the thing though. Consistency trumps following.
Okay.
So the best thing you can do is get yourself to a point where you're so in love with this offer you've created that you want to let people know.
Okay.
Get on the phone with me and I'm going to like give you an amazing space in your house, in your apartment. It's going to look amazing. I can't wait to do this with you. Get yourself in that energy and then just tell people about it every day.
Okay.
You could have the biggest following on LinkedIn, but if you're posting like once every 3 weeks, once a month, it doesn't really matter because you're going to be so low in the algorithm. Like I'm personally trying to crawl out of LinkedIn because I've gone silent on there forever. And so of course my posts are, getting a couple of likes. Of course, that's the way it works. Get the excitement going with your offer so you're in the headspace of, I can't not share this with people. Make it your goal to share it in a minimum of one place every day and just do that day after day. In time, you will start to see traction.
Okay. Cool. I think that's good advice.
You already
Can I
know
just
what you
jump-
need to do.
Can I jump in for 2 seconds?
Yes.
Yeah.
I just want to say Tami is so awesome to work with, and she's brilliant. When it, like, I don't know if it's like a right brain, left brain, or if it's just people who have like this artistic talent, but it's so fun to actually talk to someone who actually can see and envision things that aren't there. It was really a great experience. And I am going to do a video testimonial. I just missed apparently that thing that you sent me, Tami. So send it again.
I will.
I got so excited, and we're almost done in here, and then we're gonna have her. We're gonna hire her to work with us for our other room, our bedroom, our kitchen. She just made the experience really, really, really fun. And like I said, it's cool to have someone who professionally can see things, because we would never have seen what she saw. And it was so nice to have a fresh set of eyes. So I just cannot say enough awesome things about Tami and this business. She really needs to get herself out there more, because what she gives to people it's your home, really. If you come in and you just are like, ugh, and then you come in, we're like, oh my God, we love to sit we love sitting in here now. We do. And it's, it totally changed everything for us. So thank you.
Thank you, Jen. That's what I needed. That's all I needed.
Now I just have to do that on a video, because people can hear and see.
Yeah,
how
man.
Chris and I love it. Like, we love it. It just, we put like, not all of Juliet's toys, but like most of them that were always strewn all out. Like, we found this, and look at that. It's like perfect. So it doesn't look like a complete disaster of a playroom. It's actually a living room. So
Cool.
So
Thank you, Jen.
we just, this is recording, right, Tami?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was a pretty stellar testimonial, if you ask me.
That was. Can I use
So
that? No.
you might just get Jen's permission if she's willing to let you use this. You can totally, when you get this recording, just rip that part and you have it. I mean, you two can work that out, but I'm just saying, like, let's make this really easy. And Jen always, like, she speaks from the heart, and that was so beautiful.
Cool.
Now, another
Okay.
thing, and Tami, you're going to hate me for this, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It was so interesting as Jen was talking and sharing her experience and loving on you. You were like Ms. Fidget in the background. And you were taking some sips, and it was an uncomfortable thing for you to receive that. What was it?
Yeah, it's very weird, Steph. I feel like I have like this imposter syndrome when it comes to interiors. I don't when it comes to visual. I understand 25 years really kind of drives it home in a business. But I think that's where it is. It's like, I know I do good work. My customers love my work.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm living in a little bit of an imposter syndrome.
Guess how we take care of this?
I can't even begin to understand how we take care of this.
Okay. I want you to go back when this recording is available, go back and continue to listen to what Jen just said. I want you to allow her voice to really like permeate every cell in your body. Take it in. She just gave you her honest, heartfelt feedback. And I want you to listen to it until you slowly start to believe it. This is hardcore homework, okay?
Yeah.
Because this belief, this energy will continue to show up in the clients you're going to talk to and invite onto the phone. And so we just get to handle it before that happens. And this is a process. Like, we all go through this. It's so normal. But this is the process of handling it. So
Okay.
you can start to own the power of what you do. Jen, thank you for taking a moment to share that. That was awesome.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Tami. Everything that I said was like 100% for us to go from like dreading sitting in our living room to actually like looking forward to coming into our living room and feel so like it's really our space now. Like it's reflecting us and like what matters to us. Like I'm getting teary eyed because like that, it makes a big difference for it really does. It makes a big difference for a family. So you need to do more of this because other people need to feel like that.
Oh, thanks, hon.
Plus you're just
It's
an amazing
a pleasure.
It's
also really fun. Yeah. We had a lot of fun working together.
You're a wonderful, wonderful person. I will always thank Steph for connecting us.
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate it.
You just got a bonus testimonial right there.
Oh my goodness, I totally did. I'm going to use this. I'm going to juice this. Okay. Thank you.
And just, you know, in teaching too, for everyone, like this is also just keep in mind as far as collecting experiences that your clients are having, like this is the way to do it. Not like making it, you know, like very simply, you're just asking them how their experience was and they're giving you their heartfelt experience. It doesn't have to be like answer these questions and send it back to me. I totally did that away before, but you know, it can really be a lovely uncovering of what their experience has been, and you can ask them on a Zoom.
So I just want to share with you guys this app that I'm taking a look at that I was actually going to send to Jen. It's called Video Ask. And it is a really cool video testimonial app, but it also does kind of these segmented things where it can be like, you know, what's your age group? If it's a particular age group, it'll bring you to a different video and it'll bring you to another different video question. So you could get people to push answers on the screen and it'll bring them to different places. So you could use it for lead generation and video testimonial. So I'm going to play with that, but I just discovered it and I thought it was really cool. I don't know if anybody's used it before, but yeah.
Cool.
So,
thanks for sharing. Will you put that in the chat for all of us?
Yep, I certainly will. All right. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. Who's next?
I'm gonna have to hop off here in a few moments, but I just wanted to share. It's not really like a business thing. Well, I guess it is a business thing, but I just wanted to give a shout out to you, Steph, that lately I have been very, very much focused on just one thing as far as like what I'm doing with my new business, and I kind of put everything else to the side. And one of the things that I have been getting really good at is saying no to people, like saying no to networking things, saying no to. I've just realized that probably the best thing that I've been able to do right now in the last couple of weeks is to basically put my blinders on. And even though like I love being part of everything else, that's part of my personality. I do. I love helping people. I love contributing, but it feels really good to just be focused on the one thing. And I see how that is really expanding my business in a big way. I'm almost floored by how things are going for me, but yet I'm still just like, okay, I'm going to keep putting that out to the universe. I'm going to keep putting, out the good, and it's going to keep coming back. And, but that one, I remember you saying, I remember asking you about like, oh, like, you're not on Facebook as much or whatever. And you were like, you show up when you need to in certain things, but like you were cleaning out other stuff that you were doing. And that stuck in my head. And I've been doing that. I'm like, nope, I can't do that, coach thing. I can't, and it feels so good. So I just want to say thank you, because I listened to that, even though it was probably like a little while ago, and I just started implementing it, and it feels really, really good to say no to things that just, it's not that I may not do them in the future. And it's not that I don't want to keep contributing, but right now, me focusing 100% on what I'm doing is contributing in the way that it needs to for the people that I'm serving more than anything else. And that is just, it's brilliant. So thank you.
High fives.
Yeah. So you can use that too as a testimonial, because that's a big deal. I think more of us, seriously, because I think a lot of the women on here are like, you want to give, you want to serve, you want to be a part of things. You want to, oh, can you be on this thing and share this? Can you do this? And we do, because we really, really have a heart, but it doesn't always serve you and the group of people that you really, really, really want to show up for. So being very deliberate about it is just, it feels so good. That's it.
I'm celebrating you. And thank you for sharing that, Jen, because I know how big your network is and how much you could do every day. There's so many things. And so it's not easy to be monomaniacally focused in that way, but it's just really cool to hear your experience of doing that and getting that taste. And now you see what it can really do.
Mm-hmm. It's powerful. So I really appreciate, I just think it's very valuable. That's a very valuable thing that you gave me. And I'm trying to teach that to my team as well. Like it's fine to want to serve as many people, but if you really focus and you serve your niche, right, that group, eventually you're gonna have more time freedom. So if you want to do this or that, you know what I mean? But I think in the beginning, especially, it's really important. So I'm very grateful.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I think, if there's anything that if there's one thing to really help, it is really looking at that one thing, right? And I think we've lost the art of mastery living in our society, where we feel like we have to do everything. We have to be on every platform. We have to try every fancy marketing technique. We have to be at every meeting and connect with everyone that wants to connect. And honestly, I find that the people that are really having success, it's because they're able to be so focused in what they're doing. And in terms of building a business, the best thing you can do for yourself is really just focus on the one thing and build out your one funnel. That's it. Do that until you get to 6 figures. Then you can add in everything else. One funnel. And, if you're a coach, if you're a service provider, which all of you are, it's honestly create, connect, inspire, and propose. There's 4 steps. That's it. That's all you need to do. So thank you, Jennifer.
Can I ask, Jen, I'm super curious, like what your new business is and how that's kind of developed.
Yeah. So, I mean, some of you know, some of you don't know, but I had gone back to school to get my certification as a health and life coach through the same program that Steph did. And I was literally like just sort of on the cusp of launching that business the end of February, beginning of March. And I think that I'm really glad that I did that. And it's not to say that I won't come back and launch that at some point, but my background is I've been in network marketing for 8 years. This month is my 8th year anniversary. And I left pharmaceutical sales to develop my first company. And I'm finding from the last 6 weeks, because I basically got involved in another one, kind of kicking and screaming, but it dropped into my lap in the middle of March. And I love coaching people. I do. Like, that's what is my thing. It's just, and it's not just, I love coaching people through their health, because for me, when my health changed, everything changed for me. But I also like helping to coach people develop themselves, like develop their skills, develop their own, develop their business. When my people win, when the people on my team win, it's the greatest thing in the world. Like the money comes, but that'll never be what drives me. It never drove me in any of the other companies. And so I decided to focus just on this and just see where that would take me. And like I said, I started to just I had a lot of different things. I have multiple income streams. Some of them ended because of COVID and some didn't, but I just said, nope, this is the only thing I'm doing. And I'm turning down just things that they serve me and other people, but not right now, because right now I committed to my team for the next 90 days to see where we could go. And it's been, I'm so excited every morning. I wake up before my alarm. I literally wake up before my alarm, and that hasn't happened in a very long time. So that's why I know I'm living in exactly where I need to be. So thank you for letting me share.
Amazing.
So now I'm looking for an assistant. I'm actually doing interviews because I want to keep doing what I do best, and I don't want to do all the other shit. And I said to Chris, excuse my French, but I was like, I need someone to do the stuff that I'm okay at, but that's not really I know what I'm good at. It's so clear. It's never been more clear than the last 5 weeks. So I need to just basically, like I said, I'm just shunting everything else and just going to go right for what I'm good at, because it's helping other people to succeed. And that is 100% my thing.
Yes. And the person that you hire will take on the things that you don't love to do. So you can do more of what you love to do and impact more people, make more money. That's the way it works.
Yeah. So thank you, Steph. Like I said, I've learned a lot of things from you, but that probably is one of the most valuable things, at least in the last couple weeks. It's been a beautiful, beautiful thing.
So happy to hear that.
I have another call at 11:15, ladies. I'm sorry I missed last week. I will definitely be in next week. So, if I can help anyone in certain ways or whatever, let me know. But thank you all.
Thank you for being here. Have a beautiful week.
I will see you guys next week when I'm on my way to Florida.
Oh, nice.
Lucky.
Take us with you.
On Sunday. We're driving down and we'll be there till the 30th. So the next 2 weeks, you'll see me in Florida.
Your happy place. I'm so excited for you.
Love you, ladies. Bye.
Mwah. Bye. All right. Is there anyone else that would like to share before we wrap this up? All right. We will end it on that note. Ladies, have an amazing week. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for being here with us. And we will see you on Tuesday.
Hey, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.